Howdy folks, and welcome back to Hilda. Today we're going to be starting up the third and final season of the show with the season 3 premiere titled The Train to Tofoten. Don't know what Tofoten is, but I'm assuming we're going to find out. Or let's just go on a train ride and we'll figure out where we're going when we get there. Some magical, mystical place called Tofoten. But yeah, it's now finally starting to sink in that Hilda is almost done on the channel. Even just a couple episodes ago, towards the tail end of season 2, I was sitting here thinking, I still got plenty to go. There's a lot more Hilda in front of me. I gotta get on the other side of that movie, let me tell you. But now that I've finished editing the Hilda and the Mountain King movie, and I'm on to the third season, I'm like, oh crap. There's just 8 to go. I'm almost done. I'm going to be finished recording this in 2 months. I'm going to be finished posting them to the live feed in about 2.5, given how ahead I am right now, give or take. And it's finally starting to sink in that I'm almost out of new Hilda, and that makes me really, really sad. It's always a show that I've enjoyed. I know that I've said in the past that there's never any stress starting up a recording a reaction of Hilda, because it's just something about the show just kind of gels with me really well, and it's become one of my favorite things to watch, and I'm starting to realize that it's one of just my favorite things I've done on the channel. And yes, there's a whole conversation to be had about like the YouTube views. It doesn't perform as well as like, you know, ongoing current shows or whatever, but I'm really, really happy with the small little community that we've built here. Once again, I know there's been discussion of, you know, just even generally Hilda reactions on YouTube, without going into any details or anything. But, you know, I'm super, super glad I'm doing this, and I guess also glad I'm not doing this for a living. But at the same time, like, oh god, the show's just so good. Like, y'all talking about how cozy and comforting it is, like, I feel that now. I'm totally there with you. That this is now like a comfort show almost for me, and I'm gonna be really, really upset when I'm done. So hey, just thank y'all for being here. And on that note, similarly, about talking about Hilda reactions on YouTube, I do want to give a quick shout out to a fellow reaction channel who her Hilda videos have been coming up on my feed. I check them out and they're pretty good. So I want to give a quick shout out to YouTuber Bitchinarian and her Hilda reaction series. There should be a link to her playlist in the description below. Feel free to tell her Tallman sent you or not. I don't really care. I just want to do something good and shout out a fellow, actually smaller channel. You know, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, my channel is quite small, but even compared to me, her channel is a little bit smaller. So go give her some views, especially if you're hungry for more Hilda reaction content. There's someone else who's going through it as well. I believe her and I, at least at the time being, as I'm recording, we're like episode for episode on a weekly basis. I don't know if in the time since recording this, if I've pulled ahead with the season 2 finale and the movie being a bit longer. You know, I got those in the can already. I don't know what her editing is like or anything like that, but yeah, I may be ahead of her now. We may be even still, but hey, just go check out her reactions. Just wanted to do something nice for a fellow YouTuber. And one other thing before we dive into this, as promised, I did purchase a Hilda book. I bought the Hilda and the Mountain King book because, you know, it was special with the whole movie and everything. It was, you know, I had to. I felt like I had to get this one. I think I said that last time. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, purchased it. Thank you, Amazon, for next day delivery. And, you know, haven't read it word for word, picture for picture, but a lot of things match up like pretty much one for one. And after looking through this, it's very evident, kind of going back to the Hilda and the Mountain King movie, that Frida, I hope that wasn't too loud, that Frida and David are creations for the show, so they kind of had to figure out stuff for them to do. There are a couple small things that happen in here that they kind of gave to Frida as far as figuring stuff out and everything like that, but yeah, just that becomes a lot more clear when you watch the movie and then go back and look at the book. You're like, oh yeah, they kind of just like shoehorned them in a little bit, which I'm glad they did. I love David and Frida, but at the same time, like, you kind of go back and you realize like, okay, they could have just not really been in this thing and everything kind of would have worked out the same. But hey, like I said, glad to have them. I love the original characters. And now I don't think I have any predictions or anything for season 3, so let's just scooch over into position and get started here in a second. I already said thank you for watching this video, but make sure you leave a like on this thing, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this episode of the reaction, anything you want to tell me, fake spoilers for upcoming stuff, fake spoilers for the final season. Let's go. Give me fake spoilers for season 4 too. The non-existent season 4. If you want this uncut a couple weeks ahead, link to the Patreon in the description below. And my tea is peppermint today. Just, you know, it's the season premiere of the last season of Hilda, so I gotta go with Hilda's favorite. So now, this ended up being a long intro. I'm sorry. Let us get started with the season 3, episode 1, The Train to Tofoten, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I've been thinking about you lots in these interesting times.
Is that Tildy?
Clearly, we have so much to catch up on.
Aw.
I miss you both dearly.
Wait, is this grandma? No, this is a grandma.
I'll be seeing you soon, Astrid.
Okay, I need to pause already because I called out in the Hilda and the Mountain King. One of the tapes was titled Astrid's Visit. And now here we go. Astrid is grandma. And I even said, like, who's Astrid? That's not a name I'm familiar with. I wonder if that has any bearing on anything or if it's just the name of a film or something like that. Nope. Home movies of grandma visiting, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming it's grandma, seeing as how she had a picture of a younger Joanna and Hilda on the shelf. Good job, past me. If I could give myself a high five through time, I would. Also, hype for a new... Oh, this is different already. Oh, David got taller. Oh, that's interesting. I'm hyped for this. Just all of this happening. All right, Woodman confirmed. Yo, I'm not going to pause on anything. I'm just going to let the images... Oh, I guess that's Astrid there. I'm just letting the images, like, wash through my brain. But I guess it'll be interesting to see how Trollberg changes after the events of the movie. Is Gerda still going to be around as a supporting side character? Safety Patrol actually doing good stuff for a change.
It's noisy in here for you, isn't it, boy? It's going to be nice and relaxing where we're going.
Are you sure?
Frida!
Oh, is Frida coming too?
I was just looking out for you.
She looks slightly different. They all look a little taller. Okay, so I wonder if like a year's gone by or something.
5 return tickets to Tofferton, please.
But there are 6 of us.
Shh! Shut up, Alpha.
See you.
Well, that doesn't make it right. You know, I have to say,
Fine,
you...
fine. Sorry.
Best boy's
take back
back.
6 tickets.
Come on, dude. You could have saved that extra money for like
Thank
souvenirs
my
or
great
something.
Aunt Astrid for that when we get there. I can't wait for you to meet her.
Great Aunt Astrid. Okay, not Grandma.
Got the tickets?
All 6 of them.
6.
Now we're
Okay,
just
so 1,
waiting
2, 3, 4.
Excuse me?
Twig.
Hello.
Oh my god, his voice.
Sorry I'm late. The train hasn't left yet, has it?
Oh my god, like I can't stop smiling. I'm just so happy. Our little kids have all grown up. Oh, wait, Tontu okay, Tontu has a ticket. Deer Fox's ride for free, I guess. You know, once again, Tontu could just nowhere space, like in the space like between their back and the backpack. He could just hop right in there, right?
I get to travel for free too.
He could take all of them into nowhere space. Joanna could just buy one ticket and smuggle them all in nowhere space. They're really not good with money, are they, in this show? Come on now.
David, get your feet down. You're going to get us in trouble.
Also listen to more soft rock, or light rock, I think he called
Are you
it.
sure none of you want to play? Tontu's too good and it's starting to not be fun.
Oh, look at him.
Sin!
And I play my Dragon's Gambit card and you lose
All your treasure.
5 life points.
Oh,
I'm dead then.
there's HP in Dragon Panic.
My great Aunt Astrid's always been the one to visit us.
How come?
We just never got round to making the trip, I guess. But Mum says that it's beautiful. It's where she grew up before she moved to Trollberg.
Interesting.
A real holiday. No weird stuff.
You sure about that?
Next stop, Tofferton. Mind the gap.
Also, weather reports call for a 100% chance of weird stuff happening today. Bye, train. I don't know why I said bye to the train.
No one else got off.
I thought you said your aunt was going to meet us.
That thing was in the book.
Can that tall
Hold on.
thing really be the...
Yeah, that thing, whatever that is, the Mr. Saturn's tea table or something. That was in the book. I saw it. I know I saw it. Oh god, am I really gonna... I mean, I've already opened it. No, here it is. It's just in their house. See, here's you know, missing from action, Baba writing on it, whatever that thing is. So I saw that in the book. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Regretting not reading the others. Once again, loud thump. There we go. Regretting not reading the others and not knowing what this previously hitherto unseen side character is, but I guess we're gonna find out. I need something to call it so I don't reference my favorite game of all time over and over again. I'm gonna be streaming Mother 3 kind of soon, so go follow me over on Twitch. It's gonna be a really fun playthrough. I'm gonna cry a lot. Thank you. Yeah, let's get back to it.
Hilda, I know.
Auntie Astrid! It's good to see you.
It's been too long.
Auntie Astrid, these are my friends. David, Alpha, Frida, and Tontu.
I only see 3 of them.
For good fortune.
Oh, she can see him.
You can see me.
Hey.
Oh, I signed the paperwork a long time ago.
Nice.
young man. I'm surprised it's still valid.
Why am I trying to make him sound like Tontu? Our contracts rest in perpetuity. You should know this. It's too late for the joke. I ruined it. I'm just taking in like the new scenery here. The hell are those? Krakois? Once again, Tontu's taking in the scenery too. Old man.
Things have changed quite a bit. Most of the old houses are holiday cottages now.
Yo,
It's
I
a
love this
tourist
little thing.
hotspot. Oh, I can see.
Oh, that's cool. People walking by like no idea. Why is that duck carrying an empty carriage?
Another old Tofferton tradition is fantastic baking.
That house is a big Indianapolis Colts fan. Fuck the Colts.
And here we are.
Nice digs.
Oh, I ran out of space on my camera.
Chuck your bags anywhere. Make
Remember
yourselves
film?
at home.
Does anyone remember film? Having to like replace it in your camera, not letting the light touch it?
Why don't you kids go and pick out your rooms?
Also, she looks kind of like Hilda, Auntie Astrid. I wonder if her hair was blue before it
I'm
turned
having
gray.
this one. You're not staying?
You don't need an old lady hanging around, cramping your style.
Hilda's gonna want to go
I'll
with,
catch
right?
up with you later, but you should eat, go exploring, relax. It's your holiday.
I can't get used to these kids being as tall as they are now.
We're definitely going exploring. Come on. Oh!
So, what are we gonna do?
We are going to relax.
Alfred has no idea how.
Exactly are we doing?
We're exploring.
We're just running around.
That's what exploring is. What are you reading?
Just some witch stuff.
Oh, can you show us some new spells?
I've taken an oath to use magic only when it relates directly to my studies. Outside of dire emergencies, of course.
Did she get in trouble after
Surprise me.
all that stuff happened in the movie or something like
This
that?
isn't much of an adventure, is it?
We're not on an adventure. We're on a holiday. Besides,
That's
you said
right,
you
actually.
wanted to hang out with nothing weird happening.
Yeah.
I lied.
I just think there's got to be more to this place.
I was gonna say it makes for a less interesting episode if nothing weird happens, right?
Excuse me. Why do all the doors in Tofferton have horseshoes on them?
Eh? Oh, that's to keep the fairies away.
Interesting.
That fairies. We could be.
Oh. In case of emergencies, right?
Was that an emergency?
Wow. Petty. Aw.
Now, this is what I was looking forward to.
Oh no, does he have allergies here?
Allergies.
Yeah, they are very city dwelling, ain't they? Tontu, please.
Oh, you're here. I thought you were exploring.
Well, we were, but now we're here doing nothing.
Reading isn't nothing.
Listening to light rock isn't nothing.
Oh, my battery's died.
I know everyone. I know I keep harping on it. Like at least Hilda and Frida sound a lot similar, but David's like older voice is just like so drastically different. I mean, it's still him, just like.
I want to borrow an egg cup.
An egg cup?
Yeah, an egg cup.
Tontu just like pops out of nowhere space.
Oh, here you go. I got all those
He's
things.
a shapeshifter, but not a very good one. He always looks like himself.
Oh, that sucks. That's so tragic.
Hey, come on. Can I get an egg cup?
I'd like to borrow an egg cup.
Show me.
It's a big egg. Gonna break it. The hell?
I wasn't going to eat it!
It's a waff egg.
Oh,
Its
interesting.
Poor mother must have dropped it on a flyover. Oh,
I was gonna
dear,
say,
this is
like,
going
when
to
it
need to
popped
be
out, I was like,
returned
it
to
looks
the
like a
mess
waff,
right away,
but obviously not.
I'm a little
But an egg.
worn out after that post run.
We could take it.
Yeah.
Where's the nest?
Waffs aren't weird
it's
stuff.
not.
We see them all the
A
time.
mountain just west of the village. Bit tricky to get to,
Mountains,
don't
not
have a
weird
route.
stuff either. We
Your
see those all the
mother
time.
used to go there a lot. You remember the way, don't you, Joanna?
Yep.
Damn. Poor Joanna. She just wants to chill. Bye-bye casual wear Joanna then. Yeah, I'm wondering what the temperature's like, because Joanna was chilling in like shorts and like flip-flops. And meanwhile, Hilda is like still like with a scarf and sweater on and those Ugg boots with the fur. But David's in shorts, but you know, dudes will wear shorts any time of year.
When we get back, I'm not doing anything that doesn't involve lying down.
Unless I'm sitting up to beat your asses at Dragon Panic
Get
again.
away. Shoo.
I say let them do their thing.
Oh, David.
All right,
He
everyone,
does still have
help
it.
yourself.
Well, already one episode in, and the bug on David count is way higher than season 2. Not a waff egg? Oh, you little shit.
How could you tell it was me? I shapeshifted.
Hey. You'd get away a lot faster if you gave yourself proper legs. Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah?
How do you even
But I'm
do
still
that?
faster.
It's amazing.
It's a gift.
Oh, it's not a very good one.
Incredible. Can you turn yourself into, I don't know, a dog?
I don't usually take requests, but...
Okay,
About
slightly
me?
dog-like.
Can you do me?
This might be horrifying. Yo, the scarf though. Yo, the boots though.
What about a snake?
Yo, you're gonna break this thing's brain. Nice. Yo, it's like that one episode of Steven Universe when Amethyst keeps reforming too quickly and her body just gets more and more fucked up throughout the whole thing. It's like a fairy circle, but in the shape of like a 3-leaf clover, it looked like. I'm also curious as to how long we're gonna stay in this area, if it's just for this episode or for a couple. Because I definitely saw Trollberg stuff, and I would miss a lot of the side characters if we just don't see them, if the whole season takes place like here. Aw. Look at all the sleepy boys. I love them. Remember,
Everyone be very, very quiet.
I was gonna say, no, Tantu's gonna sneeze. Yo. Yo, just dip to nowhere space if you're gonna do it, my man. Surely you can find somewhere in here, right? And now David sneezes to give it away. Joanna going first. Nice. I guess it's also so jarring about David's voice because he sounded the exact same throughout all of seasons 1, 2, and the Mountain King movie, which, you know, several years. Now all of a sudden, 2 years after the Mountain King movie, sounds all grown up. I don't know if they recorded all of like seasons 1 and 2, like voice acting stuff, like concurrently back to back almost, or what? Ugh. I was just talking about how cute waffs are, but like, yo, baby waffs ain't it. Uh-oh, mama. Does make cute noises though, even if it's ugly as sin. Okay, so he's allowed, or she's allowed to make loud noises, but no one else. Well, now you can, I guess. Uh-oh. No, that was our way down. Oh, I guess technically it still is their way down. Hey, ha-cha-cha-cha.
Everybody, copy me.
Wait!
What?
Joanna, what is she on? Oh, hey! Look at her. I guess that's where Hilda got it then, huh? Yeah, I was gonna say, Twig is like, please help. I don't have thumbs. I'm proud of David. That looks tight. I love that. I was gonna make a joke about the oxygen being really thin up there, but you know what? I'll take it. No, he's on the baby. That poor thing has no idea that there's an elf up there. I'm just a baby. I don't know how to sign paperwork. I don't even know what paperwork is. I'm literally 2 minutes old. Also, this is... I want to mouse over. Yeah, we're almost done with this episode. There was no problem. I'll get into it at the end.
I used to do that a lot as a girl, but I'd almost completely forgotten until then.
I am glad you all had a good time.
Auntie Astrid, I just wanted to say thank you for having us all here. It's been just my
Okay,
own
so this is
week.
definitely going to be a
It's
multi-part
really
saga.
Nice to feel like I, you know, like
You've always had family.
And family never forgets each other. I've been watching a lot of Fast and Furious. Those MFs talk about family non-stop in those movies.
nothing like rummaging through someone else's bookshelf.
Not pan flutes.
Let's save the instruments for the morning,
Yeah,
shall
for
we?
real, please.
Good night, Hilda.
Oh. Learning more about
Mind if I
fairies.
leave the light on and read for a while?
Also, Hilda with the braided hair. That's different. Fairies of Tofoten.
Fairies.
That's how it's pronounced, right? Tofoten, right? I feel like I was saying Tofoten earlier. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I was just counting the time signature. I probably should have... Let me just pause on... It's been a while since I paused on the voices. Let me see if Astrid... I think that's really the only principal voice we're going to have. Miriam Margoyles. OBE. John Sim as Anders. I don't know who Anders was. Interesting start to the season. Not necessarily a cliffhanger, just a promise that we will learn more about the fairies. And now I'm really curious as to how much time we're actually going to spend here. Like, if we're just... And now I'm trying to think, like, if in the intro, if that was Trollberg or if that was... I'm going to do something unprecedented. I'm going to open the episode back up for a second for my discussion. I need to see the intro again just to... Okay, that's definitely not Troll... Is it? It's a different skyline. It's a lot more rural looking. Right, is it? Or is it just Trollberg has expanded? We got the two mountains on either side. We have the port. I gotta go pull up like a season 2 episode now. I'm sorry, I'm doing this all on the fly. Just give me 1 second to get there. God, watching the season 2 intro again, just kind of like... Okay, so yeah, that's Trollberg then. Because it's the same view. The two mountains, the port in the background, and even the skyline is the same, for the most part. Same buildings. Okay, so that is Trollberg that we see in the intro. Yet, they're setting us up for... I don't know if it's just going to be a two-parter that we start with, and then she goes back to Trollberg after that, or if it's going to be like half the season and then a Trollberg adventure. I don't know. It's weird. But when you watch a TV show, like, you know, the basic elements of a plot are... There is a problem that needs to be solved. The problem gets solved, right? There was no... The only stakes in the episode is getting this egg back to mama, which isn't much of like a dilemma or anything, right? There's no learning to be done with something like that. It's literally like a delivery quest. Like in Monster Hunter, they're like the 1-star quests. Go out and like fetch me an herb so that, you know, put it in the box to deliver it, right? That's, you know, those are the least important, least memorable parts of those games, right? The fetch quests, basically. And that's what they did in this episode. I'm not complaining because getting a new locale is really cool. Meeting some of Hilda's family is really... Family, just like I said, is really cool. My Vin Diesel is awful, and it sounds a lot more like Sylvester Stallone than anything. So I'm sitting there... Anytime I'm trying to riff on the movie or something as Dominic Toretto, I've been like just... basically just busting out the Sylvester Stallone voice, but you know, just a little bit like this, you know, because Vin Diesel, he's got that super deep voice, right? Loved meeting some of Hilda's family. Glad to see, everyone's all grown up. That's my biggest like thing that made me happy from this one, is just seeing like, 1 or 2 years later, just like everyone just slightly older, probably 14, 15 now in this one, as opposed to like 12 or something like that in the first couple seasons. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. But yeah, I guess all it left us with is we're going to learn more about fairies, right? I guess that's going to play an important role or something, or in the next one, kind of like how I think we learned about giants a little bit in the first episode of season 1, and then the second episode was all giant focused, or maybe we didn't even really learn about the giants until episode 2. We learned about the elves in episode 1, that's for sure. But I don't know, this was a weird one, but there was enough stuff that made me go, in it, that made me like, not say like, well, that was not a great start to the season. And from what I understand, this is basically a season, they didn't know if they were going to have any more seasons after the first 2, so when they were greenlit, picked up for a 3rd season, they had already exhausted the main series of books. I think I saw that they're still putting out Hilda books with like Frida and David and more of the characters from the show. But as far as this, like, they were out of material from the original book series. So from what I understand, this season is a lot more like streamlined as far as the story goes, from one end to the other. So this is all just set up for stuff that's going to be important later. So I'm just really curious to see how that plays out over the course of the season. I thought season 2 was going to be more like that, introducing like Eric Alberg and the safety patrol and all that kind of stuff very early on, and then they kind of became a non-factor until Hilda and the Mountain King and the Stone Forest, right? Yes, we saw them occasionally, but they didn't really play a big part in much. Overall, this episode was fine. It was just more interesting than anything else, and I think that's what saves it, really. As far as like just episodes of Hilda is concerned, once the novelty of the kids being a little bit older wears off and we get more accustomed to the new characters in this season, this is probably going to be fairly low on the list for me, just because it was so low stakes. They actually got, shame on me for not just believing them when they said no weird stuff was going to happen, because like I said, wafts, everything, that's par for the course for this series. So, they fooled me. It was an episode where nothing weird happened. So, hey, we'll take it, I guess. But I guess just on to the next one next week. So do you feel similarly as I do about this one? I guess just let me know in the comments below. And I don't think I have much else to say. So rather than rambling on further, let's end this thing. So once again, leave a like on your way out. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll catch you next time with some more Hilda. Take it easy, everybody.